Tom Martin here with the Faculty Association Report. Glad to be back this fall. Faculty had a busy summer preparing to be online, and with our recent announcement that we would be online in the spring, looks like we'll be busy preparing for that as well. We are finding some great benefits of using Canvas in our courses, and we can see that, even after COVID, this new normal of putting our courses online and using this technology is going to change the way that we teach. So it's definitely had its positives as well. One of the goals of our faculty association has been to improve our communication with the board. Towards that goal, we've invited faculty to come and make reports about the great things that are going on in our division, and the faculty have really enjoyed being able to present to the board and see the interest of the board and have them ask questions and listen, and so we're excited to continue that even with video presentations like you will see today. In my report today, I wanted to focus on the budget and how that relates to faculty. And I wanted to make sure that my communication was using the same language, the same terms, and even the same processes and resources that the district used. So I've relied on the Community College League of California to educate me a little bit about this. Now, we know that we rely on them a lot. In fact, our president is a member of that organization, and last year President Weiss was the chair of the Community College League of California. So it's a organization that we all know. We rely on the league in our AP and BP updates, for example, that you see at many of our board meetings. They give us some legal recommendations that we rely on, and in fact we accept those as our legal standard, as legally required, and put that on our consent agenda. And it's been a great resource for us as we make sure our language is current with local law and state law and all that. So I wanted to rely on them in my understanding of the fiscal responsibilities of the district. And so what I have done for myself to kind of educate me, and I'll get this one of these days, right? To educate me in the policies, and the fiscal responsibilities of the district, is this publication, a resource for community college trustees or board members. So it has really helped me to understand, these processes. And so when I am reading this document, the first thing I see in the introduction is that, board members are accountable for the financial, physical, and human resources of a community college district, and they protect more intangible assets like quality of education, college's reputation, and it really helped me kind of get in that mindset of that bigger picture that sometimes as faculty we don't necessarily have all the time. So it's been great. Now, here at the college, we have a budget committee just like the Community College League recommends, and we have representatives from faculty, staff, and even students that review and recommend the budget. And so we are definitely part of that process where we can have input into the budget. And so we have kind of decided, okay, so this may be a great venue for us to communicate and with the district and give input, so that we are including some of these things in our budget, like budgeting for salary and benefit increases and whatnot, which is a recommendation of the league. And so, this has been great to be able to see that big picture. Now, one of the things that I think we have as a shared goal like you'll see here on page 32, is the league recommends that the district is or should seek, and that's about halfway down here, to maintain salaries and compensation packages at a level that is comparable to other community colleges in the area or similar community college and districts. And this is, should be, the long-term priority. And we, as the Faculty Association, have that same goal. In fact, this is how we have been developing our proposals that we send to the district. And you might have heard faculty say, hey, we just want to be average. And so what that means is we want to be comparable to these other colleges. And that term, we want to be average, is based on our last proposal that we had been working on with the district in over 3 years or so to get halfway to being comparable to other colleges. We know that it's not something that can happen in 1 year or overnight, and so our proposals were kind of developed to, hey, let's get halfway there with this, with a 3-year agreement. The district had presented an offer to us that was 7-8% or something over 3 years, and so we were kind of fine-tuning that when COVID hit, and the district then retracted that offer, which is what is called regressive bargaining. So. And this was disappointing for the faculty. The district negotiating team actually very often in our sessions had committed and promised to us that it would not practice regressive bargaining, and asked us as a faculty negotiating team to commit to this as well. And of course we agreed, because we know that the district often wants some changes in language to accompany that salary scale, and so we committed to that, and then because of COVID things are difficult, but we were pretty disappointed in that practice, which is a violation of labor law, and could be a PERB complaint, and we really need to have this better communication so that we can move forward now, so that we can use these shared goals, like having a salary comparable to other community colleges like us or near us, because we see a gap of 15 to 20%. No matter how you look at it, we see that large gap. And so we are then looking to the board in our communication to talk about this shared goal and see what we can do to move here. Now, we know that we are in difficult times, and we need to be fiscally conservative. But as the board or the league says, too much restraint can dampen growth and innovation. So what we would like to do is using our that venue of the budget committee is to communicate with the district, with the board, and find ways that we can create, or reach that long-term goal of having comparable salaries. And that even in times of uncertainty, if we use budgeting and planning, we can reach those goals. So thank you for the time you've given me, and we look forward to better improving our communication and educating ourselves in the processes and kind of the big picture that the board has, and then focusing on those common goals that we know we have. So thank you for your time, and we look forward to this semester, and I will see you at the next board meeting.